Thank you, Doctor. Ms. Lopez, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Good morning, members of the committee. I'm grateful for this opportunity to appear before you today. My name is Melissa Lopez, and I am the Executive Director of Estrella del Paso, formerly known as Diocesan Migrant and Refugee Services. I'm an attorney who has spent my 17-year career working with and representing immigrants in immigration matters. Estrella del Paso is the largest provider of free legal services in far west Texas and New Mexico, serving nearly 58,000 people in 2023. In my experience, immigrants come to the United States to contribute in positive ways. They make our communities more vibrant by sharing their culture, language, and traditions. I was born and raised in El Paso, the child of immigrants from Mexico. Though born in Mexico, my parents are now naturalized U.S. citizens and have spent more of their lives in the United States than in Mexico. I graduated from the University of Texas at El Paso in 2004, and then attended the University of Texas School of Law in Austin, graduating in 2007. As much as I loved living in Austin, I knew that I would be returning to El Paso after law school. I was blessed to be hired at Estrella del Paso, and the rest, as they say, is history. In my 17-year career, I have been blessed to work with thousands of immigrants from all over the world. My experience working with immigrants has taught me one special lesson. The only difference between me and my clients is where we were born. Had I been born just a few miles south of where I was, in the hospital in El Paso, I would be them. It has been my experience that the people I am blessed to serve are simply trying to provide for their families and ensure they are safe. My mom always says that a parent's goal is to create a life that allows their children to do better financially than their parents did. I find this to be particularly true in my clients. They walk well over 2,000 miles to ensure that their children are safe, can thrive, and live a peaceful life where they can achieve their dreams. In truth, I'm a prime example of what children of immigrants can do. I'm the first in my family to graduate college. I'm the first in my family to obtain a professional degree, and I'm the first in my family to become an attorney. I am who I am because I have seen my mom work hard and fight through adversity and have a grit that I wish I had just a little bit more of. I think one of the biggest blessings of my life is being born and raised in El Paso. El Paso is a binational, bicultural community in far west Texas that sits on the border between the United States and Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. El Paso is a community rich in love and culture. El Paso is an immigrant community. So many people are born in El Paso but raised in Juarez, or vice versa, as was the case for my parents. El Paso is consistently ranked among the safest cities in the country, surpassed only by Honolulu, Hawaii, a few years here and there. El Paso is a safe city because we are an immigrant community. The worst crime committed against Hispanics in U.S. history was a mass shooting that occurred in El Paso on August 3rd, 2019. The perpetrator of that crime was a white supremacist born in Dallas, Texas, who drove over 600 miles to massacre 23 people and injure hundreds more at a Walmart in El Paso. He systematically sought out immigrants due to the dangerous rhetoric that all immigrants are bad. After the shooting that killed both United States citizens as well as immigrants from Mexico and Germany, El Pasoans wrapped our arms around the survivors because that is who we are. El Paso, very simply, is love. We recognize, appreciate, and respect the humanity in every single person. We treat people with the dignity they deserve because at the end of the day, we all are human beings. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Ugire.